Okay.
So, basic instructions.
Yeah.
Is the car on or did you turn it off?
I didn't turn it off. So
You didn't turn it, so it's
I
still
guess
on.
it's on.
Alright.
I can't tell.
Automatic gear, you start by pushing down the brake,
Yeah.
and then you take the gear shift and set it into D for drive.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Okay. So we got to drive this electric car, Peugeot Ion, which is actually Mitsubishi, manufactured by Mitsubishi. And the Peugeot just puts its own badges on it and called it Peugeot and sell it. But anyways, it's one of the first lines of the fully 100% electric cars offered by the big car manufacturers. Recently there's been a lot of hybrids and a lot of those type of cars, but this one is, I think, it's the first Peugeot and on the first frontier of the fully 100% electric cars that have no combustion engine to support it.
It's emission free. It's cheap. Considering that it is electric and not a hybrid or fully fueled by any fossils. You can already feel it here. The acceleration.
Yeah, I mean, for a tiny car, it kicks in.
Yeah. So I would say I like it, but if you do a longer trip, I drove it from Horsens to Vejle.
Yeah.
It takes half a charge.
Okay.
And that is, I don't know, 50 kilometers. So if you do highways, I would say that it does around 100 kilometers for a charge. I even took over a big BMW because he was driving too slow for me, and it wasn't a problem. But then he got kind of, I don't know, offended or whatever because this puny little electric car passed him, so
yeah.
He took me on later.
Oh, okay.
When you brake, it uses the energy to charge the battery.
I feel like I'm saving the earth when I'm charging the car.
yeah, kind of.
Battling the global warming.
Yeah.
Charging my batteries. And as soon as you let out the gas pedal, it really slows down. You can feel the brakes down.
Because it transmits the energy into electricity and charges the battery. It does it as much as possible.
I don't know, I can't. It's a weird feeling.
It is kind of strange. It takes a while before you get used to it, but it's nice.
And there's no noise, I can't hear it.
Not at all. Just the wind and the tires.
You do it a little. I feel so futuristic when you hear the engines speeding up.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you do like that, when you just hit the accelerator, it depletes the battery fairly fast.
Yeah, did I just kill half a battery?
Yeah.
She never knew no better than to follow her own. So I asked for your forgiveness 'cause I'm part of the show.
What you see here, this is the Citroen. That's exactly the same car as this one, except for it has a different badge. This is a Peugeot, it's a Citroen, and it's originally made by Mitsubishi. So it's all the same car, just a bit of a different badge, different lights, different interior a little bit, but it's essentially all the same car, sold by 3 manufacturers right now. So.
That is the batteries.
Is that the batteries?
Yeah.
But then, is that the converter?
It should be. I have no idea. Okay. This is not an engine I'm used to looking at.
Okay, so right now the car is off and you can only hear, well, you can't hear anything. I'm gonna turn it on. And the car is on and you still can't hear anything. And we're driving. If you're driving slow in a pedestrian area where it's pretty quiet, people will stare because they can't hear the car, and it's so strange to see a car pass, but you can't hear anything. So that's a bit, it can be a bit dangerous sometimes. So people, they can't hear you, so somebody will accidentally jump in front of the car. But as soon as you drive a little faster, the wind and the tires are making as much noise as any other car. So if you're driving in traffic, it's not really dangerous, but on low speeds in crowded pedestrian areas, it could be an issue. And we just scared a person on a bicycle because he didn't hear us.
She'd leave town with a Cadillac unattended, so we used to get tempted. That intense tendency to tend to what we wasn't meant to. We would skip out on class and shit to go visit other schools, just trying to act cool.
So the ultimate question is, would I buy this car? Let's say I'm a fresh graduate, I just finished school, I just got my first job and I'm looking to buy my first or a new car. fun to drive and it's very interesting, and the electricity is very cheap comparison to gas. But right now it's way too expensive. You know, maybe in 5 or 10 years, when the R&D is a lot better, when the research has gone and they've developed, you know, new models, it's gonna get cheaper, and it will be a lot more interesting to buy as a real car. Right now, I don't think I would buy it for real, but it's definitely a lot of fun to drive.
And you can't tell me nothing about frontin'. We wasn't even